Welcome to Our Life Simplified. Today we're taking it in the kitchen. We're going to be making holiday sugar cookies. We're going to decorate and package these cookies for gifts. So these first cookies that I'm doing, I actually used a press and I wanted to just put icing on the bottom of those cookies just to have some icing. But these cookies are circle cookies. Some have scallops, some have just a solid circle around it, solid line around it. And I'm basically just taking my icing recipe, which I baked sugar cookies in a previous video. I have a recipe in that video, which I'll link, and for the dough and the icing. And basically I just start with a round circle icing base, and then I sprinkle those candied sprinkles on one side. And the trees, you can see how simple it is. I just do zigzag lines and one swipe up with a toothpick, and I added a little star to the top. And then I had these other little candies that they were little circles I sprinkled on as like ornaments. And then these are the snowflake cookies that came with the kit of Bake It Fancy, which were those cookie presses. And you can see how I am designing the snowflakes. They came in 3 different sizes. After I add the icing, I went ahead and put this little sugar sprinkles on. Super cute. These came in a set with Bake It Fancy, a large, medium, and small. So I thought that was pretty neat. Finishing up decorating that. Now I am going on to, I had some stockings that I decorated. I'm just putting the white icing on the one side, adding that sugar sprinkle on that part of the cookie. And then now I am decorating some Christmas trees. Again, I'm just starting with a white icing base. My cookie dough and icing, I use almond extract, so that just elevates it to the next level. People absolutely love it. To me, it tastes like high-end bakery whenever I make sugar cookies. So now I probably could have just left well enough alone, and I could have done a similar design as the other Christmas tree, but I decided to design it the way I did here. Next year I probably won't do that. That's the nice thing about making these videos. I can go back and make reference to what I did in previous years. Here, after I let the icing set on the top part of the stocking, I'm doing the bottom part. Anytime you do icing and you're wanting to add like more decorative icing, make sure it's wet so you can actually do designs like that, like with the toothpick, what I'm doing there. Valentine's Day is right around the corner, so I'm looking forward to decorating Valentine's cookies. And then we have Easter and 4th of July. My daughter is expecting in June, so we're going to do baby shower. But anyways, these wreaths, if you notice, I'm doing 4 different designs on each cookie. The first one, I think it was like K's and V's. This one I just did lines and dots. The next one I'm doing V's. And then the last one, I'm just doing a squiggly mark. How cool is that? And then I just come back with some red icing and just put like 3 dots in several areas around each wreath. But how cool is that? I had seen many different ways on social media on how to decorate wreath cookies, but next time I might do some more shapes just to see what they look like. But they turned out great. So these stars, I just outlined it with the white icing and came in, and I was getting tired at this point, so I just scooped on some icing and then used a toothpick and added some of the sprinkles. Again, super cute. So those are my decorated cookies. Maybe not perfect, but it's homemade. So I wanted to show you what the pressed cookies look like. Now I went ahead, even though Bake It Fancy has their own dough to use, I just used my sugar cookie dough. But the key is after I pressed them, I threw them in the refrigerator for maybe a half hour or so after I pressed them before I put them in the oven. So these, I'll call them like a cellophane type packaging, are self-adhesive. You just pull that tab and, slide the cookies in. So the nice thing about this icing, it doesn't stick to that. It was perfect. Once it dried, it did beautifully even after I decorated it. Again, it's in that previous video. The recipes are for both the dough and the icing. Holly jolly. See, there were 3 different cookie presses that I bought for the holidays, which I really liked. And I wanted to put icing on the bottom because I didn't want to cover the words. Now I'm packaging these cookies. Again, the icing dried, so it's like a hardened icing, which is perfect. And I'm flip over the cookies from time to time to show you how they baked. To me, they're perfectly baked. I liked it where it's just a slightly golden brown. They were not overbaked. You know what they say about the sugar cookies, always take them out before they're golden brown because they're going to continue baking a little bit, and you might not think it's thoroughly cooked through, but these turned out perfect. And since I made the video, I can go back and make reference to it. But look how cute those wreath cookies look. There was a little stain on there. Something got on it. It was edible, but I call those mistake cookies. I'm sure I may have eaten that one. I don't know. There were some broken cookies in the batch, and I didn't want to serve them to people, so I went ahead. I was the guinea pig. I took the sacrifice. I went ahead and I ate the mistakes. And yes, the diet is going to begin starting January 2nd. The reason why I say the 2nd is because we always have ham and beans with cornbread on New Year's Day. Do you all do that too? This is something that Todd introduced me to. But we've been doing the January 1st meal every year since I've known him. But anyways, back to the cookies. So look how cute those look. Those are the snowflakes. And you saw me earlier decorating them. So cute with the sugar. It's just that it's like a sugar, I don't want to call it confetti, but it was just a container. It was like bigger flakes of sugar. And while they were still wet, I just sprinkled them on. I put my black gloves on thinking that would be fine. And then I think later I went ahead and took them off because it was too cumbersome trying to maneuver the cookies and trying to peel off. Yeah, you see me take it off there. It was just easier for me to use my hands to actually peel and stick. My hands were clean, so don't worry. And yes, these get gifted to our neighbors. I gifted some to my coworkers, some family members. Cookies, home baked goods in general make fantastic gifts. And this is just something we like to do around the holidays. We do bake other things too and make other things throughout the years. Throughout the year. I know Todd makes a lot of things with meat. He killed 2 deer this year, so we basically eat for the whole year, and we got a half hog. My daughter and son-in-law raised pigs this year, so we got a half hog. We're basically set for meat, but we do the same thing. When we make things, we gift them to people, but they're the stars. I turned the light on so you could kind of see. And even though those were a little brown on the bottom, they were perfectly fine. I thought they were still cooked perfectly. Doing the same thing with the packaging. Then the rounds, same thing. Then it was this cute peppermint bowl that I made. I used it as like a cookie plate. But anyways, super easy to make. I had all these peppermints. They were probably in my cabinet for like several years, and I decided to go ahead and use them. But this is all I had. Next time I will add more to it because it kind of like bubbled on the outside, and I think it was because I didn't have a whole lot. But at a 350 degree oven, 10 minutes, took it out. I turned a bowl upside down and just set it on the bowl and let the gravity take its shape until it completely cooled, and it cooled into that bowl shape. But look how cute. Super, super cute. Definitely a topic of conversation when people come over. Several people say how cute they were. I did put some cookies in this bowl. Then I decided that bowl wasn't going to hold it enough of the cookies because I made so many. Got a broken cookie there. Again, I'll eat my mistakes. So then I changed it up. I went ahead and got this. It's like a casserole dish with the beautiful scallops around it. So I went ahead and I just added the cookies to this dish. It held a lot more, and it was just a nice grab and go. Anytime we had people over the holidays, they could take what they wanted. Plus, it was nice for an assembly line whenever we finally did package the gift bags and gift boxes for our neighbors, coworkers, friends, and family. And this is with all of them in the dish, along with our little cookie platter. And again, I'm just showing the individual cookies for me to make reference to. Broken cookie, I guess I just left that one in there. They tasted delicious. It didn't matter if it was broken or not. I had a couple of them. But look how stinking cute these cookies are. And these are the holiday pucks. They're the Oreo pucks. I got 3 different types of Oreos. I got the Oreo mint. I got the Oreo regular chocolate cookies, which was that one. And then I got the golden Oreos. So these were the golden Oreos, just the pink drizzle with some sugar on the top. And then, that was left over. I had some white chocolate and some Oreos I crushed up and just kind of made into almost like a bark. But the ones that were mint, I drizzled some white chocolate and then crushed up some candy cane and put that on there. And then Todd made other cookies like the DoubleTree 7-layer bar. We made candied pecans, and those are the wedding cookies. And now we're at the end. Some of these cookies I made with my sisters and nieces. They came over like the week before I did the other cookies. Had some Oreo pucks. These were just gift bags that I was putting together for the ladies in the office. And I'm just storing them away, packaging them in beautiful cellophane packaging, and just kind of setting them in there. I didn't show the boxes. I know last year I want to say such a good job. They said it was Pinterest worthy. So I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but that was one of the compliments that I got whenever they got their package. I think I made a video last year, but I just threw some twine bow on the plain white bag. These were bags that we had for our wedding. We got like a box of 500, so now we use them for everything gifting. But how cute, very simple. And that is how we make our holiday cookies. That's how we made them this year. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed. And if you want to keep watching videos like this, be sure you subscribe, click that like button. Thank you for watching. Until next time.